Okay, so today we will talk about listening module, and the type of question which we will cover today is completion type and short answer question. Right? So we will cover two topics today. First one is completion questions and second one is short answer questions. We will discuss what are these type of question and we will do some practice also. Right? Now let's look at the first one, which is note completion questions. Now, what are note completion questions? Anyone? Any idea? Yes? Anybody having any idea about note completion? Okay, let me tell you what is note completion. Note completion. Listening note completion questions are those questions which they commonly appear in the test, and you are asked to listen to the audio recordings and you have to complete the gaps with the missing words. They will be in the form of notes. The way of answering is similar, like you sort out your questions for form completion, table completion. So this listening note completion is also like the same. What are notes? Notes are those points, they are the necessary points of information and they are called as notes, right? So you can see here that note taking is an important practice that helps individual to actively engage and learn quickly. While taking notes, some key facts are crucial to recall the specific information. They are as follows, like keywords, abbreviations, phrases, headings, nouns, and numbers. They can be the places, price, year, time, addresses, levels, numbered, bullet points, phone numbers, and more. So whenever you're considering the listening test, note completion is one of the question type जिसमें क्या होते हैं, net set of notes होते हैं, उसमें blanks होते हैं, and they are taken from specific audio recording. Audio recording से लिए जाते हैं जिसमें individual क्या होती है, like कोई भी individual speech हो या कोई telephonic conversation हो native speakers की, right? और आपको यहाँ पे क्या करना है, identify करना है अपने answers को from the audio so that you can fill your answers. Now let's look at some of the tips and strategies to solve the listening completion task, right? Now first thing is you will look for some of the tips and strategies ताकि आप क्या कर पाओ, solve कर पाओ, right? You need to be little confident in your language proficiency also. Now what is the first step? Pay attention to the instruction. Do not forget to read the instructions. कीप इन माइंड कि आपको क्या करना है, इंस्ट्रक्शंस को रीड करना है, राइट? अगर आप इंस्ट्रक्शंस को रीड नहीं करोगे, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू नो कि आपको क्या फॉलो करना है, राइट? सो ऑलवेज फॉलो थ्रू आउट योर एग्जाम. आपको क्या करना है, अपनी इंस्ट्रक्शंस को रीड करना है. Read the instructions carefully, like how many words or numbers should be written in the given blanks. आपको जो blanks दिए उसमें आपको कितने words find out करने हैं, कितने words का आपको answer लिखना है, तो you will keep in mind, right? नोट कॉम्प्लेशन में आपको क्या क्या चीजों का ध्यान रखना है. सी, राइट नो मोर देन वन वर्ड एंड और अ नंबर फॉर ईच आंसर. दैट मीन्स आपको क्या फॉलो करना है, इंस्ट्रक्शन देखना है कि आपको वन वर्ड बोला गया है या टू वर्ड बोला गया है, विच वर्ड लिमिट इज गिवन टू यू. सो वॉट एवर द वर्ड लिमिट इज गिवन टू यू, आपको उसको क्या करना है, फॉलो करना है. अगर आपको वन वर्ड बोला है तो आप वन वर्ड में आंसर लिखोगे. अगर आपको नो मोर देन टू बोला है, दैट मीन्स वन वर्ड और टू वर्ड बोथ आर एक्सेप्टेबल, लेकिन टू से ज्यादा आप नहीं लिख सकते. नेक्स्ट इज राइट नो मोर देन थ्री वर्ड्स. अगर आपको थ्री वर्ड्स की लिमिट बोली है तो आप थ्री वर्ड्स को फॉलो करोगे, राइट? इफ यू फेल टू रीड द इंस्ट्रक्शंस, अगर आपने इंस्ट्रक्शंस को रीड नहीं करा, चांसेस आर हाई कि आंसर क्या होंगे, एक्सीड हो जाएगा आपका वर्ड लिमिट. और इसलिए बेटर है कि आप इंस्ट्रक्शंस को हमेशा रीड करो. अगर आप नहीं रीड करोगे एंड यू विल राइट इनकरेक्ट आंसर, right? Next is read the given title and questions. रिकॉर्डिंग के स्टार्ट होने से पहले आपको कुछ टाइम मिलता है टू लुक एट द क्वेश्चंस, टू लुक एट द टाइटल ऑल्सो. तो आप उस टाइम पे अपने टाइटल को और अपनी क्वेश्चंस को क्या करो, रीड करो. यूटिलाइज करो अपने गिवन टाइम को स्किम करके कि आपका टाइटल क्या है, आपके गिवन क्वेश्चंस क्या हैं। इससे आपको समझ आ जाता है, एक आइडिया मिल जाता है कि व्हाट योर रिकॉर्डिंग इज अबाउट। देन यू विल गेट एन आइडिया ऑल्सो, और आप अपने आप को क्या कर पाते हो, प्रिपेयर कर पाते हो टू लिसन टू द ऑडियो रिकॉर्डिंग, राइट। थर्ड टिप इज प्रोडिक्ट द पॉसिबल आंसर। जब आपने क्वेश्चंस को रीड करा, अपने टाइटल को रीड करा, इंस्ट्रक्शंस को भी आपने रीड करा, अब आपको क्या करना है, क्वेश्चंस रीड करते टाइम आपको आंसर्स को प्रिडिक्ट करना है कि क्या यहाँ पे पॉसिबल आंसर आपका हो सकता है। सो जब भी आप क्वेश्चन सेंटेंसेस को रीड करो, ट्राई टू प्रिडिक्ट द मिसिंग वर्ड। उस ब्लैंक को उस प्रिडिक्ट करो कि व्हाट कैन बी द आंसर हियर, राइट। इट इज, आई नो इट इज हार्ड टू प्रिडिक्ट द एग्जैक्ट मिसिंग वर्ड, आप एग्जैक्टली नहीं प्रिडिक्ट कर सकते, बट स्टिल यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट विल बी द करेक्ट वन। एक आइडिया मिल जाएगा आपको कि यहाँ पे नेम आएगा, एड्रेस आएगा, टेलीफोन नंबर है, प्लेस का नेम है, परसेंटेज है, एनी नाउन, वर्ब और एडजेक्टिव, राइट। सो स्टार्ट प्रिडिक्टिंग योर आंसर सो दैट जब आप ऑडियो रिकॉर्डिंग को हेयर करोगे, यू विल बी फोकस्ड ऑन द रेलेवेंट आंसर कि आपका आंसर यहाँ पे क्या रिक्वायर्ड है। नेक्स्ट इज हाईलाइट द कीवर्ड्स एंड सिनोनिम। While reading the questions, identify करो अपने keywords को, synonyms को, ताकि आप आंसर्स को स्पॉट कर पाओ। Roughly, you will get 20 seconds prior audio section to look over. So roughly आपको 20 to 30 seconds का टाइम मिलता है सिर्फ क्वेश्चंस को रीड करने के लिए। तो उस टाइम को आपको अच्छे से रीड करना है so that you can highlight the major keywords, और आप उसे क्या करो, रिलेट कर पाओ अपनी स्पीच से, अपनी कन्वर्सेशन से। नेक्स्ट इज बी ऑल ईयर्स। 100% कंसंट्रेशन होनी चाहिए, आप एक्टिव लिसनर होने चाहिए, एक इन्वॉल्वमेंट होनी चाहिए आपकी, राइट, टू गेट ऑल द आंसर्स करेक्ट। अगर आप फोकस नहीं रखोगे ऑडियो पे, देन यू विल नेवर get your answer correct, right? So be focused when the audio is playing. Don't let your mind get diverted or you will lose the flow, right? Remember कि audio दोबारा repeat नहीं होगा, it will only played at once. Stay focused on the key data. Now recording will play only once, so be attentive to each word spoken. जो भी word बोला जा रहा है, be attentive to that, right? Key data are called as names, dates, numbers, addresses. So in the audio, pronunciation of some letters like B, D, P, T, V, they may confuse you, राइट। सो रिलेट करो वर्ड को क्वेश्चन से रिलेटेड कि कौन सा परफेक्ट वर्ड यहाँ पे आ सकता है, राइट। नेक्स्ट इज वॉच आउट फॉर डिस्ट्रैक्टर्स। जब आपकी ऑडियो बिगिन हो जाती है, लिसन केयरफुली एंड क्लोजली टू गेट द करेक्ट आंसर। हाउएवर, डोंट बी क्विक इन राइटिंग द आंसर। क्विकली आपको आंसर्स को राइट डाउन नहीं करना, कीप लिसनिंग टू कंफर्म द आंसर कि आपका आंसर क्या है, because speakers in the recording they may have a chance कि वो change करे अपने आंसर को by using a distractor. Next is multitasking. You have to multitask when you are preparing for the listening test, because here you have to listen to the audio, you have to understand the information. यहाँ पे आपको question को भी read करना है, अपने information को relate भी करना है, right? और finally आपको एक correct answer लिखना है. So practice more. लिसनिंग मॉक टेस्ट की ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस करो सो दैट यू कैन डेवलप दिस मल्टीटास्किंग स्किल, राइट। नाइन्थ वन इज ब्लैंक स्पेसेस नेवर हेल्प। तो इसलिए कभी भी ब्लैंक आंसर नहीं छोड़ना। इफ यू आर नॉट श्योर अबाउट द आंसर, गेस आउट, फिल करो ब्लैंक्स को, बट डू नॉट लीव अ ब्लैंक, राइट। सो अनआंसर नहीं, you can write a wrong answer because there is no negative marking, right? So please try to logically guess the answer and then write it down. Next is time management. The duration of the exam is 40 minutes, right? 30 minutes is basically for your preparation, for your complete entire audios, and then 10 minutes to write down the answer. So please make sure that you write the answers in that 10 minutes and you transfer it correctly. Grammatically, all the spellings, punctuations, everything you have to keep in mind that you are transferring it correctly. Next is be accurate. Accuracy is very crucial. So it has a great chance कि आपका score जो है वो boost हो सकता है. So write in capital letters so that examiner can understand it properly, right? Take care of your handwriting also. अगर आपके words clear नहीं हैं, unclear है, तो maybe it will be marked wrong because examiner won't be able to understand कि आपने क्या लिखा, right? Double check your answers. अपने answers को double check करो. Computer based test में you will have 2 minutes to review the answer. So while in the paper based, you will not be given any reviewing time. So quickly जब आप transfer कर रहे हो answers को, make sure कि उनकी spelling, grammars, meanings, logic सब correct होने चाहिए, right? Now let's do one practice of this note completion. Be ready. I'm gonna play this recording, and you can even take a screenshot of this picture. Once you're able to hear this recording, please let me know, okay? First, read the questions carefully. That question says no more than 2 words. So you cannot write the third word. You are allowed to write only 1 word or 2-word answer. Okay? Yes, are you all ready? Yes, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the first question says dash furniture, etc. in the trading post. So you have to look for that noun. Dash or sell kitchen things. Get dash first from second-hand shop. Give clothes to dash shop. Dash fridge and microwave to Andrea. So please read the questions carefully. I'm going to start the audio. Are you able to hear this audio?
No, ma'am.
Now, let's begin. Answer the questions.
Are
as
you able to
listen.
hear now?
You will
Yes, ma'am.
hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully to the conversation and answer questions 1 to 5.
Hi, Andrea. How are you feeling now that exams are over?
It's fantastic to have finished, isn't it? And to sleep in every morning. What about you?
Well, I've been catching up on sleep too, but I've got a lot to do before I leave for England. Perhaps you could give me some advice. I've got a lot of things I can't possibly take back with me, but I don't know what to do with them.
Well, it depends on what sort of things they are and whether you're thinking of giving them away or selling them.
Well, almost everything. Furniture, the fridge, and other kitchen stuff that I bought from the previous tenant. But the new people have already got what they need, so they're not interested in buying stuff from me. I can't afford to give it away, but I'm not sure how to sell it all. Oh, and there are some clothes and books as well.
Why can't you take them?
The books are really heavy. It's so expensive if you exceed the airline baggage allowance. And the clothes just won't all fit in my suitcase. It's amazing how much stuff I've accumulated since I've been here. Anyway, I don't think I'll need as many summer clothes in England as I have here in Australia.
I see. Well, there are several alternatives. First of all, you could put up notices around the university about the books. You know, on the notice boards in the Student Union building and in the economics department. Anywhere second and third year students will see them. People are always keen to buy cheap textbooks.
Okay, what should I say on the notices?
Just put the titles, authors, and price you want, your name, of course, and maybe put your phone number on those little tear-off tags.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And what about the furniture?
You could try doing the same thing, but usually students are away all summer, so they don't want to buy furniture now. Another place to try might be a second-hand shop. Someone from the shop will usually come around and give you a free quote, and then you can decide. But you don't usually get much money for that sort of stuff.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10.
Yes. So you got your answers? Yes, Jyoti?
No, ma'am. I didn't get it. Even the audio, even still the audio is very low. I some words
Is to
miss.
put an advertisement in the trading post.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Anyone who got the answer? Shall I play one more time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
मैम that is not a trending मतलब ये इन्होंने जो follow किया है वो trend same follow नहीं किया है बीच बीच से भी like the
Jyoti, I
question
can't hear you.
मैम इसमें जो इन्होंने क्वेश्चन दिए हैं जो आंसर जो भी रिपीट हो रहा है तो वो कहीं से भी हो रहा है ये कोई ऑर्डर में नहीं है सिंपल ऑर्डर में है ना शायद it will
These are notes. They will speak. Now listen it one more time. I'm playing. Okay. Listen it one more time. Once you're able to hear, please let me know. Are you able to hear now? Yes, please.
No, ma'am.
no ma'am
Abhi, it got stopped. To you can read the
Now,
question.
let's begin.
Yes, ma'am.
Answer the questions as you listen. You will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully to the conversation and answer questions 1 to 5.
Wait, I'm going to make it little forward for
Hi,
you.
Andrea. How are
Okay.
you feeling now that exams are over?
It's fantastic to have finished, isn't it? And to sleep in every morning. What about you?
Well, I've been catching up on sleep too.
You will hear a conversation between Harry and Andrea, two students who have just finished their final exams. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5. You will hear a conversation between Harry and Andrea, two students who have just finished their final exams. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5.
Now it will start from
Put up
this.
notices around the university about the book. Another place to try might be a second-hand shop. Someone from the shop will usually come around and give you a free quote, and then you can decide. But you don't usually get much money for that sort of stuff.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10.
Yes. Now he will speak for your questions 1 to 5. Okay. So listen it carefully now.
Another alternative is to put an advertisement in the trading post. Do you know that paper? It comes out every week advertising things people want to sell. You have to pay to put the advert in and then hope people phone. Give them as much information as possible. And if they're interested, invite them to come and have a look. The hard part is agreeing on a price.
No, I haven't seen the trading post, but I should have a look at it. And I could advertise the fridge, the microwave, and the furniture. But the kitchen stuff isn't really that good. You know, old cutlery, a few pots and pans, and some plates and things. What shall I do with them?
Well, another option is to donate the kitchen things to a charity shop. You know, like the Salvation Army or St. Vincent de Paul. Why don't you get a second-hand shop to give you a quote first?
Yes, I could do that. Find out how much they'll give me, and then decide whether to sell them or give them away. But I've still got the clothes.
A charity shop will take them too, as long as they're in good condition. And even though you don't get any money, at least you know that someone who really deserves some help has benefited.
That's a good point. I'll advertise the expensive stuff, the furniture, and donate the clothes and kitchen stuff. Let's go and buy a trading post and you can help me write the advert.
Well, actually, I'm interested in buying the fridge and the microwave, depending on the price, of course.
Okay, let's see how good you are at bargaining.
That is the end of section 1. You have half a minute to check your answers.
Now you got all your answers.
Yes, ma'am.
So what was the answer number 1? What he said कि वो क्या करने वाला है फर्नीचर के बारे में?
उसमें फ्रिज और माइक्रोवेव आएगा.
Yes, but he's gonna, what he will do? क्या करने वाला है वो?
Donate kitchen
But-
things.
Are you sure? He will advertise. उसने बोला था वो advertise करेगा और donate और sell करेगा kitchen things को.
Yes,
Then
ma'am,
second hand shop से what he will get? Second hand shop से वो क्या लाएगा? कोट करके लाएगा. पहले कोट लेके आएगा कि क्या होता है. And then clothes किसको देगा? Charity में. And last one was
Yes, ma'am.
dash fridge and microwave to Andrea, वो sell करेगा. So please listen to the recording carefully. Okay, these are the answers. You can check your answers. That was the simplest audio. But अगर आप अपना concentration lose करोगे, then you won't be able to find. Now let's see sentence completion questions. So sentence completion questions are also like fill in the blanks, जिसमें आपको set of sentences दिए होते हैं blanks के साथ और आपको क्या करना है missing words को find out करना है. Blanks can be at the end of sentence also or within the sentence भी हो सकते हैं, at the end भी हो सकते हैं. So focus कि आपको listening skills अपनी improve करनी है. When you are listening, you have to keep in mind, you have to focus on your questions also and your audio also, right? Now let's see some of the tips and strategy. The very first is keep an eye out on instructions part. Instructions को always read करो. Utilize the time wisely. जो आपको 20 सेकेंड या 30 seconds का टाइम मिला है उसको किस में इन्वॉल्व करो? रीड करने में. Highlight the keywords. Keywords को highlight करो. Focus करो recordings पे, right? जो भी आपकी audio recording है. Multitasking because all of your senses work together. Don't worry about the order, वो हमेशा sequence में रहेगा. Try to predict the answer. Look for synonyms and paraphrasing. So let's play this. But first, please read the question. जल्दी से questions को read करो, please.
You will listen to a lecture.
Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Try to predict the answer. Try to predict the answer. First question says realizing dash is the basic requirement of a productive workshop. Realizing what? क्या realize करना? जो कि क्या है? बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट है किसी भी प्रोडक्टिव वर्कशॉप का. सो रियलाइजिंग डैश, आपको वो नाउन को सर्च करना है. सेकेंड क्वेश्चन सेज रीचिंग बिफोर द डैश. कहाँ रीच करने से पहले? कीप वन काम एंड रिलैक्स. सो रीचिंग बिफोर द डैश कहाँ पर? राइट. Informal interaction at the onset helps in dash a connection with the participant. So अगर informal interaction होगा वो किस चीज में help करने वाला है? कौन से connection के साथ participants के? So you have to look for that thing. Ice breaking activity is a dash way that still exists. अब ice breaking activity क्या है? किस चीज का तरीका है? कौन सा वे है वो? It is important to mention the dash of the day and follow it strictly. क्या important है कि हम day क्या mention करें उसके बारे में? Mention the dash of the day. Day की किस चीज को हम mention करें और उसको follow करें strictly. The audience may not retain in the later half. Now audience may not retain, audience नहीं रुकने वाली किस में? Right, later half के किस में? The selected venue must have dash in the working condition. Selected venue में क्या होना चाहिए? Working condition में भी होना चाहिए. वो क्या चीज है? The set dash for the workshop must be displayed for references or clarification. So कौन सा set? Are you ready? Done with the reading? Shall I play the audio?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Listen to it carefully.
You will listen to a lecture describing You have some
Are you able
time
to hear
look at
this?
Questions 1
Yes, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
to 5. Listen and answer questions 1 to 5.
Good afternoon. So in the first half of today's session, we've already discussed the prerequisites for a productive workshop. Let me summarize the features once again for you, and I would like you to jot them down for future reference. First, as with every other task, it's important to be clear about the objectives of your workshop. If that is clear, it will help you identify potential participants, organize your contents, make the schedule, and plan the budget for components, venue, and other requirements, such as giveaways, participants. Now, let's get to the actual task, conducting the workshop. To feel confident within and to show it in your body language and with your commanding presence, be there first. Getting there ahead of the participants puts you at ease and also gives you time to arrange all necessary tools, such as the projector, laptop, and even to go through your notes. It also gives you the chance to interact informally with the participants as they arrive, thus building a rapport for the session. A game or an activity to break the ice can be an exciting way to begin the session. Although it's a conventional method, it has not lost its charm. If you have the time, you can give each participant a chance for self-introduction, along with a brief description of what they do. When you introduce yourself, which can be done first or later, speak with passion about yourself. and your work. Mention the day's schedule, making sure you stick to it, and assure them of useful takeaways throughout the session.
Before you listen to the rest of the lecture, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 8.
Now quickly read your questions 6 to 8.
Now, answer questions 6 to 8.
As you deliver the contents for each session, which is usually 2 hours long, make sure you keep the audience engaged. Do not do all the talking in the room. Your speech and presentation may be engaging before lunch or in the first part of your workshop, but participants tend to lose interest in the post-lunch sessions or the second half. So be prepared to modify your plan if you realize your audience wants a break or a lighter session. These are to be taken care of while planning the contents for the workshop. Another essential aspect to be taken care of is housekeeping. Please ensure that the selected venue has functioning facilities, such as a clean washroom, air conditioning or heating as required, fire safety, hygienic restroom facilities, emergency exits, refreshments, and lunch or dinner arrangements. And one last important point is to establish some ground rules, such as mutual respect amongst participants, confidentiality, acceptance of differing viewpoints, accepting and putting forward constructive challenges, being present and attentive, punctuality, feeling responsible for learning, and fair participation. Write these ground rules on the whiteboard or the screen for reference or clarification if and when required.
Okay. So whenever you start reading your questions, please just underline or do some circling part so that you can highlight it, right? Now, do you got all your answers? Yes? Let's check your answers. Please check all your answers. How many answers are correct? Anyone who got all correct? Anyone who got all correct? Only 4. So out of 8, only 4 were correct. What about others? Okay, Baljinder got 5 correct. Jyoti got 6 correct. Good. Let's do one more. Okay. Now let's do short answer questions. Now in short answer questions, you have to write your answer in short words. You will be given a word limit that you're supposed to write answer within this word limit. It can be 1 word, it can be 2 words, but it will be a short manner. Not a complete sentence, but with limited words, right? So you will listen to the audio, you will write a short answer using the information you understand, right? You understand from that audio. So this type of question, they measure your ability that are you able to write the answers within the given limit, within the word limit or not, right? So basically it's a short manner. You will be writing the answers in the short manners. Now let's hear this. First, read your questions. Now see, Here, video library application form listening answer. You have to write no more than 3 words. So your word limit says no more than 3 words. Now your question number 1 says, how much does it cost to join the library? How much? So he's asking you the money, cost, right? So it's asking you the cost, कि कितना cost है. When will Lewis cards be ready? When means कब ready होंगे. So it can be tomorrow, few days, a number also. When? It can be a date also, a day also. That's a time period. So are you all ready? Shall I play the audio? Yes?
Cassette 1. Cassette 1. Cassette 1. Side 1. Test 1. You will hear a number of different recordings and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections. Write all your answers in the listening question booklet. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. Now turn to section 1. Section 1. Louise wants to join a video library. You will hear a conversation between Louise and the owner of the video library. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5. You will see that there is an example that has been done for you. On this occasion only, the conversation relating to this will be played first.
Oh, hello. I'd like to join the video library. Okay, would you like to fill in the application form now? Yes, I can do it now. Hold on and I'll get a form. Now, I'll just ask you a few questions and then I'll get you to sign at the bottom. Right. What's your full name? Louise Cynthia Jones. Jones? Yes, that's right.
Louise's surname is Jones, so Jones has been written on the form. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully to the conversation and answer questions 1 to 5.
Oh, hello. I'd like to join the video library. Okay, would you like to fill in the application form now? Yes, I can do it now. Hold on and I'll get a form. Now, I'll just ask you a few questions and then I'll get you to sign at the bottom. Right. What's your full name? Louise Cynthia Jones. Jones? Yes, that's right. Okay. And what's your address? Apartment 1, 72 Black Street, Highbridge. Black Street? It's just around the corner, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so the postcode is 2085, right? Yes, 2085. And your telephone number? I need both home and work. Home is 9835-6712, and work is 9456-1309. Do you need any ID or anything like that? Yes, we need your driver's license number. That is, if you have one. Yes, I know it off by heart. It's an easy one. 2020B D. Do you need to see it? Yes, I'm afraid I do. Here. Right, thanks. And could you tell me your date of birth, please? 25 July, 1977. That's the most important part out of the way, but could I just ask you a few questions for a survey we're conducting?
Okay. Before the conversation continues, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Now listen carefully and answer questions 6 to 10.
What kind of videos do you prefer to watch? Have a look at this list. Well, I love anything that makes me laugh. I just love to hear jokes and funny punchlines. I'm not very keen on westerns, although my father likes them. But I'm a real softie, so anything with a bit of a love story is good for me. It doesn't matter how old. Not musicals, though. They're too much. Anything else? I'm completely taken by documentaries of the great outdoors. You know the sort, animals, plants, and faraway places. I saw a wonderful one on dolphins last week. It was amazing. Now, I think that's all from me, except I need you to sign here on the line. Here's a pen. Oh, and I nearly forgot the membership fee. $25, refundable if you leave the library for any reason. What? And do I sign here? Yes, that's it. You can borrow videos now if you like, but your card won't be ready until next week. You can come and pick it up when you bring your first videos back. That is, if you want to take some now. Yes, I'd like to. I'll have a look around. Fine.
That is the end of section 1. You will now have half a minute to check your answers.
Yes. So you got your answers? What was the answer number 1? Please write in the chat box. Can you write your answers in the chat box, please? Yes, first answer was $25. And second one? Second answer? Next week. Yes. So see how you can write your answers. You can write your answer in these formats. These are acceptables. See. And for second answer, you can even write next week, 1 week, in a week, or the following week. Who got all 2 correct? Yes, Jyoti, how many answers correct? What about Ranjit?
Ma'am, both are correct.
Okay. What about others? Okay, now you got an idea that how you're supposed to solve these sentence completion as well as short answer questions, right?